Hi, everyone. My name is Jill Angelo Birnbaum. I am the founder of the Moondog Farm. I want to thank all of you for being here with us today. I am so overwhelmed with joy and happiness and a bursting heart that you would be here to support this event with my new group of friends from the Animal Communication Collective. I'm so grateful to you ladies, Julie and Jody and Vicki and Karen and Monica and Meredith. Thank you. And Vicki, I would say Vicki, thank you for being here with me. Thank you. Thank you. Toby, we could not do this without you because you know I'm a Luddite and I am so technologically challenged. My great friend Andrew Harvey is here. And Andrew he's a sacred activist, and he taught me how to be a sacred activist and to be with the animals and be a part of the animal world. And thank you, Andrew, for being here. And my great friend Matthew Fox, who also is a part of this in the bundle. That's an additional offering. There's a great message that comes from the animals that are in our lives. And we are so blessed to have these women with us tonight to talk to them with us and for us, because I know that's a talent that I don't have. And so I'm excited for them to send the messages to those of you that get the readings that your animals come through, and those of you who bought raffle tickets and have those opportunities, and those of you who choose to have longer readings after the fact, will let you know how to be in touch with everyone after. And my great friend Jody, who is an animal chaplain right alongside me and who graduated and ordained with me in our cohort, is going to start us off tonight by leading us in prayer.
Yes, I am. Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is a beautiful prayer that Jill wrote. And if you'd like to close your eyes, feel free. If not, keep them open, whatever you're comfortable with. We ask for grace over animals. May those with illness or injury be healed. May those lost or abandoned be found. May those in shelters find homes. May those being exploited be rescued. Watch over them so that they may be safe, warm, and fed. We thank you for those at the Rainbow Bridge because we know they are now free. And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jody. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. My name is Julie Hirt. I am the social media director for the Animal Communication Collective. And there are three, four, I can't even count. There's at least 5 other women of the ACC, as well as some of our other members are here tonight in support. There are 3 other readers alongside me. We've got Vicki, Karen, Meredith, and they'll introduce themselves here in a little bit. And we also have Jody, as you just heard her give the prayer, and Monica are running tech. So if you have comments or questions throughout the course of this evening, you can certainly put them in the chat, and Monica and Jody will handle answering any of your questions. Like I said, we're going to go back to introducing ourselves in just a little bit, but first I'm going to let Jill take back over and give you some of the rundowns of logistics for this evening.
We wanted to let you know that the raffle winners will be announced at the end of the main event, and that there are raffle tickets still available for purchase, along with the after party tickets with my great friend Andrew Harvey. We'll give you a last call as the evening progresses. I also want you to know that this is being recorded. You all did click the button for record, and it's okay that while we're in this right now, you have your screens off. But in order to have a reading, the ladies are going to ask you to be on camera. Okay. And I think that covers everything, Julie.
Yeah, that is. So thank you so much for doing all that. So just real quickly, the Animal Communication Collective is a group of, right now, all women, and we all study together with the same teachers. We are all certified soul level animal communicators, and that's how we actually met, is through this school. And what we do is we partner with organizations such as the Moon Dog Farm, and we do these online events. We also sometimes do in-person events, and we raise money for the organization. We donate all of our time. We do not take any money for any of this work that we do. We just care about animals so much and feel that having animal communication is part of the toolkit that an organization can use to either help find additional homes for these animals or understand what all's going on with them. Animal communication can absolutely be a tool in that toolkit. So we donate our time to be able to raise money. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're all here because we love the Moon Dog Farm. So with that being said, I do want to introduce first our founder of the Animal Communication Collective, and that is Karen Dendy-Smith, and I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see you all. I'm so grateful that you're all here. We've been doing this now for a couple of years, and it's just growing and growing. We're making all these new incredible friends doing this work amongst ourselves and all the beautiful people that join us and that we support. So we're so happy that you're all here this evening. We do this work because the animals asked us to, and we listened, and we're following their orders to help the world and to connect us back to animals in a way where we understand that the houses that we live in are a facade, and that our soul is a soul, and at that higher, lighter vibration, we all are family, and that is why we do this.
Yes. So, and Meredith, I'd love to have Meredith introduce. Oh, Karen, I do have to ask you,
Yes.
where are you sitting right now? What city are you sitting in?
Oh, I'm in Boston, Massachusetts. And are we supposed to say a little bit about our backgrounds too, Julie?
Yeah.
At this
Oh, yeah,
point?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, sorry, Meredith.
to add to that really quickly, I am also a retired and recovering marketing and advertising person. I had a business for 28 years that I left behind, and I do this full time now. I am a soul level intuitive coach, as well as a soul level intuitive animal communicator. I also studied Chinese energy medicine. I've been doing that for 25 years with my teacher, Master O. And I do teach Qigong, and I do energy healing work for people and animals. So, and I'm also doing mediumship now. So all of the spiritual work combined. So thrilled to be here.
Great, thank you. All right, Meredith, go. Oh, you're muted, Meredith.
The dog was barking. Go figure.
I
Right?
know.
Right?
So excited.
So I'm Meredith Dees Tollison. I am sitting down here in Tupelo, Mississippi, birthplace of Elvis Presley, King of Rock and Roll, just in case anyone's not familiar with Tupelo. I am also a soul level animal communicator. I'm a soul level intuitive coach. I have a background I'm a certified dog trainer with a background in behavior modification, positive reinforcement. I'm also not quite yet retired or recovering from my entrepreneurship and my ownership of multiple small businesses for 20 plus years. I hope to one day be able to do all of this work full time, but for the moment, I'm thrilled to work with the women of the ACC and the animals of the world to do the work that we're doing to bring forth the messages that we hope to bring forth for you tonight. Thank you so much for having me here.
Awesome. Thanks, Meredith. All right, Vicki, go ahead and introduce yourself, Vicki.
I am Vicki Sondheim, and I am here from Silver City, New Mexico. Like Meredith and Karen and all my colleagues here, I'm a certified soul level animal communicator, as well as a soul level intuitive coach. And my history, I've done probably a little bit of everything from clerical to mid-level management, controller, accounting, flipping houses, secondhand. I was a restaurateur for 10 years, and I am now semi-retired. For the last 6 years, I'm going to say this is what I've been doing this work. And I can't imagine. Andrew did a beautiful poem or prayer for us before we started, and he talked about passion. And so all of these things, while there was passion, when the passion for that, I think that the passion for the work that we're doing right now is never going to fade. There's always something new to learn, always something fascinating. I just, until the day that I hang up my hat on this journey, I can't imagine doing anything else at this point. I've stopped looking for my calling. Thanks.
Thank you, Vicki, and I'm right with you. Again, my name's Julie Hirt, and I too am a retiring advertising executive. I was on the account service side, leading clients through strategy as well as teams and helping them grow. And then I had a dog pass away. I had a couple dogs pass away within the 6 months of each other, and a friend of mine recommended I study this, and my life changed completely. And here I am, and this is what I do full time, and I absolutely love it. So yes, as far as Andrew's concerned, and the passion that you talked about earlier, just like Vicki, I found mine. I'm currently sitting in Grand Rapids, Michigan, waiting for snow at some time to come. We'll see if we have a white Christmas. But that is, I think, everything about me right now. And we're just ready to get we're so excited to get started this evening. And here's how tonight is going to go. So we are all going to choose.
Before you do that, Julie, I
Andrew.
just want to invite everybody to take in these amazing women and to take in their incredible journey. I've been listening and it's been filling me with so much joy and admiration. So can we just have a minute? And can we in that minute just send these extraordinary women all the joy and the hope and the encouragement and the strength that they need to go on doing their amazing work and living their passion? Can we do that before we get into details? Because I just want to honor you in front of everybody and to thank you. May you always have the peace within your heart. Go forward. May you always be able to draw on your deepest passion to give you the energy to fulfill your sacred mission. May you always know that the mother of us all is so proud of you and proud of everything that you have done and continue to do. And may you always find within yourself the ability to forgive the human beings who do the terrible things to animals that you know they do, and pray for their healing and the opening of their hearts and minds to the vision and the knowledge that you have. Amen.
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 Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. Thank you, everybody, for that. I cannot tell you, I'm speaking on behalf of all of us, but I cannot tell you how much that just meant to us. So thank you so much. Okay, so here's how tonight, I'm like, oh, I moved. I'm like, I have to move, correct to cry. Here's how tonight is going to go. There are, like I said, 4 of us are reading this evening. We're going to be doing it in pairs. So we're doing what we call tandem readings. One of us from the pair will actually choose intuitively from all of you that have your video on. The animals draw us to you. Your animals draw us to you. So as long as your videos are on, that helps. That means also that we know that you're open to having a reading this evening. If you're not, it's absolutely fine to leave your camera off. Not a problem at all. When we do intuitively select you, we will ask you again if you're okay to have a reading. If that is the case, you're fine with it, then we're going to ask you to provide us with 5 pieces of information. We need to know the name of your animal, the species. So we just need to know if it's a dog or a cat. We don't need to know the breed or anything, just species. We need to know gender, male or female. We need to know whether they're alive or in spirit. And then the last thing is we would like you to go ahead and tell us what your question for your animal, for your pet is. And then we will immediately tune in and we're going to give you little bits of their personality. When we do so, if something makes sense to you, say, just tell us, yes, it makes sense. If it doesn't, just tell us no. You won't hurt our feelings because we have no idea what we're talking about. So just tell us no. And then we'll go back and ask for clarification from your animal. And if you could be so kind and just stick to yes or no, we want to hear so much about your animal, but we really want the animals to share as much about themselves as they can. So the more you talk, the less room they have. So if you don't mind, just let them come through and just answer yes or no. At the end, we'll see if we can get a little bit of feedback from you, but we want to try and get through as many as we possibly can this evening. So we're going to try and keep it as to some degree short. So forgive us if things feel hurried. And I do believe that's all that I need to go through. So with that, Karen and I are doing the first reading. All right. Are you ready, Karen?
I'm ready.
All right. Okay. So again, if anybody has any questions or anything, don't hesitate to use the chat. You don't need to raise your hands because we won't actually call on you, but go ahead and ask in the chat. And then Jody and Vicky can answer any questions that are not pertaining to the reading that we're doing right now. Okay. So Karen, I've been drawn this whole time to Kim George.
Aha.
Kim, are you open to having a reading this evening?
Yes, please.
Okay, wonderful. Can you tell us the name of your animal?
Yes, Ava, and she was a dog and a female, and she's in spirit.
Okay.
Okay.
And we
sorry.
just want to know if she knew how loved she was.
Okay. Well, first of all, we're terribly sorry for your loss. It's the
Yeah.
most unconditional love we have is from an animal, and the most pure love we'll ever experience in this human world. So we completely understand the depth of your loss.
Yeah.
Okay. So just
Thank
give us a minute. We're going to connect with sweet Ava.
And Kim, do you spell it AVA or EVA?
Yes, AVA.
EVA. Okay, great.
AVA.
Thank you.
Okay.
I do have to tell you, Kim, when you were asking your question, and I still am just getting full body chills. You asked, does she know how much she was loved? So I do feel like I'm getting the answer, but we'll get through the rest of it. I just wanted to share that bit with you.
Thank you.
So as I connected with her, I just have my whole body just completely calms and relaxes, and I immediately feel absolutely grounded. It's as if my sitting bones want to just sit right on the ground. And as I see her come into my space, what I'm actually hearing from her is the wise teacher is here and very present, is what I'm also hearing her say. And I do have this, I just feel like I'm in the presence of an extremely wise and old soul. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Karen, go ahead.
And as she comes in and she holds the energy for me, and she's holding the energy for you right now. She came in and she was standing in the middle of a field of white flowers, like beautiful white flowers that I could actually smell this beautiful fragrance. And she wants you to know that the importance of those white flowers and being able to smell them is that she can smell and breathe so deeply, and being in spirit, although it's not 3D like it is here, it's as if the joy of being able to just breathe in the beauty of these flowers and to be able to smell and breathe very easily again. So I don't know what that means for you, but does that make sense?
It absolutely does. Yes.
Okay.
And she continues to want to share with you. She wants to continually say, and has been saying this whole time, Mom, I'm absolutely fine. And I really love you. And I miss you. And I know how much you miss me. I can feel, and she puts it in my body, how the grief sits in my heart center, but also in my belly to a degree where I almost want to turn my body inward. And I hear her say, and I'm okay, Mom, and I'm okay. And I hear her say, you did so much for me. You did everything you possibly could for me, is what I hear her say. And she says, too, I just want you to know that, she said, the food was fabulous. Everything that you made for me, please know that everything was, thank you. And I hear her say she's so grateful because you took so much time, is what I hear her say, in preparing the food. And she realizes that time is short for you, meaning you don't have a lot of time. And she's like, but you always went that extra little time for me. And I cannot thank you enough, is what I hear her say.
Thank you.
And she's okay. I don't know what to, she's telling me there's her friend, the cat, is with her. I don't know who that is. She's like, I don't think that it is a cat that you know, but her friend, the cat, is with her in a way that I think is going to surprise you about cats in general. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
So she's like laughing because she's like, I've got my friend, the cat, with me. And this cat is actually sitting above her going, like this, like for a little bit of humor. But the other thing that she makes me feel is that her system was not doing well in the end. There was
Mhm,
a lot of effort on your part to kind of support her system
mhm.
medically. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it
Um,
does.
And she knows you put in so much effort into that process for her. But she also was like very clear. She's being very clear with me that when she had enough, she made it very clear to you, enough is enough. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah. So she's thanking you for listening to her when she said enough is enough.
I am.
I want to say, but we'll take it back.
I also hear her say she has been visiting you frequently. And you know that she has, because she knows you know she has. Like, the smile that is on my face is actually her. I just feel absolute joy with every time she makes that connection across the rainbow bridge to you. And you know it. She's like, yes, she gets it. She gets it. And I can just see like her whole body just starts to shift, just shake, almost as if like my whole butt is just like a big wiggle butt.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. But I do feel like for me, like what she's doing is she does lay up against the belly, and she also lays up against your right side. And I don't know if you feel that pressure from her, but she does do that, as well as she likes to make a lot of noise, is what I'm hearing her do too. Like I'm getting a cacophony behind me of like different bangs and things that sound like they're falling, as well as jingles. So I hope that makes sense.
It does. Thank you.
And she's saying to me, I still have my spot on the bed. It's still mine. Just in case you didn't realize. And she's showing me just sitting on the bed, like, yep, that's mine. Something about you putting your hand in that area and thinking it feels warmer than normal.
Mm,
So she's like, I really do sit there. I do watch you sleep at night sometimes so that you have peace while you sleep.
thank you.
Yeah. And so she's answering your question as well at the same time, because her answer to your question is, how could I not know how much you loved me? How could I not know? And in return, I hope you know how much I love you. I still love you. I'm still, my heart and your heart are like this in spirit.
Yeah. I also, this was not your first time together, and it will not be your last.
Thank you. It's comforting. Thank you.
You're welcome. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah.
So much of it
I'm
is
so glad.
meaningful.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Thank you both.
Yes. Thank you, Kim. Thanks for letting us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for letting us connect with Ava.
Thank you.
She's beautiful.
Wonderful.
Okay. Well, let's thank Ava for her beautiful message. And Meredith, are you ready to work with me on the next one?
I am
Yes.
indeed.
Okay. So I have been drawn from the beginning to Apollo Moonfire. Meredith, were you drawn to him too?
You beat me to it, honey.
Uh-huh. Apollo, would you like a reading?
Sure. My animal's name is Marley Mildred Moonbeam.
Oh, love it.
She is
Marley Mildred Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
Okay.
She is a dog. She is female. And she is alive. Very much in the other room on the bed. And the question I want to know is, what can I do to make her even happier being my dog?
Okay. All right. Well, Marley Mildred Moonbeam, that is quite a name. I
So
love
what do
it.
you call her? What?
Yeah.
Marley.
Marley.
So she's a rescue.
Don't tell us too much.
That's much. I know. I'm going to shut up.
I know. You just want to tell us the whole story. I know.
I want to
you,
hear
but
the whole thing.
I know, me too, but we can't. We have to wait for Marley to share first. Okay.
It's so funny, as I'm writing down her information, my handwriting does not look like my own. It is coming out of me as scribbles, and I'm trying to keep it between the lines. I have no idea what that means, but Karen, you go ahead.
Yeah. Well, as you're saying, you're trying to keep your scribbles together. I just keep hearing wiggles. Scribbles and wiggles. So I just want to let her share a little bit more about princess personality. She just told me she is a princess, and she knows it because you are a very good servant to her being a princess. Apollo is from her perspective.
So your question is, what can you do to make her even happier?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's very happy,
Yeah, she's real happy.
but I just
Yeah.
want to make sure she's as happy as I can make her.
Okay. Meredith, she's going straight to soul level with me on this question.
Okay.
Because she says she sees in your heart, her job with you in your heart is to uplift your heart in a way so that you feel loved no matter what. That is actually a topic that she chose to come in and embody to help you with that topic. In some ways, what she's sharing with me is that she knows that you can be actually a little protective with your heart. True. And she knows that she's broken through that barrier and is really enjoying the joy that she sees in your heart when she gets you going and you get all like free and open and gushy with her. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So interestingly enough, she goes straight to soul level with me too. However, she does it in a different way. Okay. First of all, I see her, and the funny thing is, this kind of puts me in the mind of It, the clown with the red balloon, but she's showing me you with a red balloon, but she's showing it to me as more of a joyful, celebratory sort of, oh, look, I have this and now we're all happy. She's showing me on a soul level, that she is extremely happy. You know that you do all of the things for her, that you snuggle with her, you love with her, you do all of the things that make her happy. But there's a little bit of a question of, I'm going to say it's an overachiever sort of question. I want to do more. I want to do better. I want to be the best there is. And she's like, dude, you're doing just fine. Do you not see how good my life is?
That's what I really wanted to know.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
She's like, bring me a balloon every now and then, or a little cupcake, or what are those things you get at Starbucks or a coffee shop? But other than that, man, it's all good. It's just fine. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
And she also says, Dad, I know you feel like you need to make up for a past of hers, that you're worried that she didn't have enough before you. There's something about wanting to make sure she's happy now because she deserves all the love and joy. And you want to make sure that she knows that. But she says, I do know that.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you? There's something about you worrying about
I don't know, since she's a rescue, I don't know what her early life was like.
It wasn't as fabulous as it is now. I'll tell you that. That she will say. Not as fabulous as it is with Dad, but that doesn't matter because everything is fabulous now. So I can feel the shift in energy from before is like one energy block, and now is like up here for her.
So I'm going to completely agree with that. She's not really interested in what life was before. You're not having to make up for anything that happened before. What you're doing is in the present, right here, right now, in your relationship together. So let that go, Pop. Let that go. What we have right now is good. Let's focus on that rather than worrying about who or what or how or when you're trying to make up for. Let it go.
Got it. Thank you.
And the last thing she's showing me is her nails. I don't know why, but there's something about her toes. She just is showing me her toes and her nails, just because. I don't know why.
That's a pretty powerful, direct, straightforward message.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty much like, Dad, here it is. You know this. I'm just going to reinforce it. Does that feel okay to you?
It feels great.
Good.
So
Awesome.
Awesome.
thank you.
Thank you,
Great.
Apollo. You've got an amazing girl with you right now.
And listen, feminine power, she is all over it. Don't question anything she tells you. She is
Yep.
she is on it. She knows exactly what she wants, and she's going to make it very, very clear to you. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, Karen, are we good?
We're good.
Okay, Vicky, are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good deal. Listen, everybody, here is your last call. Here's your altar call. If you would like to buy any raffle tickets for the opportunity to win a free half-hour reading with any of the communicators that are working with you here tonight, now's the chance to log back in, do that, and we will pay attention to that. After this reading, your chance for winning or for purchasing those raffle tickets will be done. Everybody good? All right. We are going to select our next person. And wow, that's not who I thought I was going for, but here you are and you're calling to me, Sarah McCabe. Are you open to having a reading with Meredith and Vicky here this evening?
Unmute.
There you go.
Yes,
There you
hi,
go.
absolutely.
Fantastic. Vicky, does that feel good to you?
It feels good. Yes. Thanks.
All right. Sarah, tell us,
Yay.
what is the name of your animal?
His name is Sky Bear.
Sky Bear,
Yeah.
like Care Bear. He's a male.
Yeah. Sky
Mhm.
Bear is a male. Dog.
Is he alive or in spirit?
He's in spirit.
In spirit. Now, can you clarify for me? Is it Guy Bear or Sky Bear?
Sky, like Sky Bear.
SKYBEAR.
Yeah, SKY. SKY.
He's showing me that the B needs to also be capitalized.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
And what is your question for Sky Bear?
I think I'm just curious as to what he's doing and how he's doing.
What is he doing? How is he doing? So what if, Vicky, what if we say, what is it he needs us to know about
Yeah.
his new energetic being on the other side?
Yeah, about where he is, how he is now.
Yeah.
Or is that too open for you?
No, I'm
No.
fine with that. What's he doing? How's he doing? What does he need us to know? And I think he's going to bring it right through. And I'll tell you, so Sarah, I find that the more often I do these readings, the more whatever the name is jumps right in with something for me. And what I'm getting is Huggy Bear from Starsky and Hutch. So Sky Bear is showing up for me in like a 1970s leather blazer and like I don't know if there were gold chains. I don't know. I might be like mixing up my timelines, but he's showing me himself as kind of like a really cool guy, sort of a pimp daddy, sort of like, I know I got this going on. I got all these things. He's got flybacks, he's got a chain, he's got this leather blazer, he's got some sort of really awesome shoes on that he wants me to see, but it's like from the angle that I'm looking, I can't quite see his shoes. But he's telling me that whatever it is about his shoes is important. There's something about his bravado and his masculinity, and now he's showing me all this like chest hair and whatever stereotypical masculinity there was at the time of Huggy Bear. I'm going to sit with that for a second while Vicky tells you what she's gotten about his personality.
It's interesting. He's showing me a completely different side of himself, although I was also drawn to my chest, but more from this like heart kind of beating out of his chest and could see it going out into the world. But initially, as he came in, he was like a big teddy bear for me. I mean, I saw a softer, more gentle side of him, but also a very deep, he was very comfortable in his body. And this is kind of similar to what you were saying, Meredith. It's like it wasn't as much of a bravado for me, but he really walked with purpose, knew his place, and yeah, dog on a mission almost. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I love that you said that, Vicky, and I love when we get completely differing things, we're fine with that, because the animals come through in the ways that we can receive the information and present the information. So this bravado, this chest hair, this all of this 70s bad tough guy feels like a bit of a show, a bit of a production. And it feels like some people saw this side of him, but there was another side of him that not everybody sees. And it's like an actor on the stage. You go on, you're in character, and then you come off and you're like, whoo, got that scene done. And that there was a little bit of shift in his personality from time to time. Does that make any sense to you? That he behaved a certain way in certain context and differently in others?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do also feel, though, like the bravado that you're talking about, Meredith, that feels to me, it feels connected to you in a protective sort of a way. Like he was putting on a show. That was the first word that came, but there's another piece there. So I'm going to let that drop in for just a second. It's like he's protecting your heart. Does this make sense to you? Okay. And there's more. I'm going to rest with it for a moment. I really would like to have that come through.
Vicky, do you mind if while you're doing that, I jump into part of the question?
Please do. Yeah.
So I see now an image of a spider on a spider web coming down from above and looking around and then pulling back up on the spider web. And I'm hearing it's like Charlotte and Charlotte's Web. It's been so long since I've read that book. I'd have to go back and think about it. But it's like a dropping in on a very fine filament and having a peek around and then pulling back up. It feels very much like an occasional. Well, no, I don't really want to try and translate that. I think that you know what I mean by that. Does that make any sense to you? A dropping in, peeking around and pulling back up?
Yeah.
Okay.
And back to in that peeking around, I keep being drawn to my heart. And it's not like how to like this big, puffy, beautiful heart. I don't know how else to say it. I'm not getting another word for it. But so when he's coming down and he's dropping down this way, I'm still drawn to my heart. It's like he's still looking after your heart from where he is right now. And I'm gonna rest right here for a moment. Sorry, I'm just
It feels very powerful, Vicky. Take
yeah.
some time. As you say this about protecting your heart, I see an old-timey like cartoon drawing of a lion in a cage, like the old circus or zoo pictures where they were actually rectangular metal bars, not like zoo habitats that we have now or circuses or anything like that. I see a lion in a cage, and as Vicky says, heart, this lion perks up and goes, yeah, that's me. That's me. Your heart is a lion. Your heart is a lion, and there's a protection around it that he's watching out for. However, here's the thing. The bars on this old school rectangular cage are wide enough that he could actually step through. But because he's been told that this is a cage and that there are bars, he's not stepping through. You can tell me what that means to you. The bars are wide enough for this heart to get out of, but because they've been told that they're supposed to stay in, they don't think they can get through those bars.
Yeah, and for me, it's very similar with that. It's like that kind of puffiness. It's not solid. It's more things could get through it. It's porous, right? There is room for things to pass through in and out of it. but there is still like this buffer, this protective buffer there. And what he's showing me is when it comes to these bars that Meredith's talking about, and he's showing me that you're scared, that you're really scared to open up your heart again. But there's another piece that you're really scared that you didn't necessarily make all the right decisions around his crossing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that there's some, yeah, you're afraid about that. And he's wanting to clear those up for you right away. He's saying that you definitely, it's like you just knew. And he wants you to trust that and to trust in him and that he let you know. And it was very clear to you that he let you know.
Yeah.
But it's like you tossed it out the moment you got it and were afraid to trust it once everything was done. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes. Definitely. Thank you. Yeah.
The final bit that I'm getting is to pay attention to the space between those bars
Mm.
and to recognize that here we go to the soul level, right? To recognize that in all aspects of your life where there's a barrier that you feel that you can't get through, but you're not really paying attention to the physics or the science or the logic behind the stepping through, that you're relying completely on an illusion. Those aren't the right words. That there's a part of you that considers this illusion of a barrier. You need to have these boundaries in your life, but you also need to pay attention and be aware to when you've created a false boundary and you actually have the freedom to go run through the field, to go romp in the waterfalls, to go do all of these things. But because there's this barrier, you think that you cannot. Does that make sense to you, Sarah?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And then
Thank
just
you.
one quick little piece on that I keep hearing it again and again is that puffiness that he keeps showing me around his heart, but also your heart, right? That he's leading with. And I really do feel that connection there. He's saying lean into that puffiness. It's like, it's soft, it's cushiony, it will catch you. And so just lean into that and trust that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, it
Thank
makes a
you.
lot of sense. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
And our sky bear.
All right, Vicky, you and
Okay.
Julie are up next.
Yes, and I am. Let me
And
see.
before you pick, I'll let you take a second, Vicky. I'm just going to announce that for right now, to any additional tickets to the after party and or raffle tickets, those sales are now closed. So thank you everybody for helping us raise so much wonderful money for the Moondog Farm tonight. All right, Vicky, go ahead. You get to pick.
Okay. I am feeling drawn to Katie Augustine. Does that feel good? Would you like to have a reading, Katie?
Yes, I
Would
would
Julie
love
and
a
I?
reading. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
does that feel good to you, Julie?
Oh, goodness, yes.
Okay. Oh, and this is interesting because Katie's on my page 2 and you're on my page 1, and I really would like to see you both. So
I talk, does that help? Does that get us together? Maybe not.
Kind of
okay,
just,
let's
it's,
see. There we
yeah.
go. Let's see.
Okay. And my current cat, I've been trying to decide who to call in because I have a number of past loved ones, and then my current cat just popped up here too. So he's like, he always likes to be the center of attention though.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
whatever
Yeah, who-
feels the strongest for you, Katie. So,
right.
Yeah, I think kitty named Charlie.
Charlie. Okay.
He is passed. I know, buddy. I know you wanted to. He passed, and he was a male, and I keep trying to remember all the questions.
And
just-
then do you have,
you want to ask him.
do you have a
I
question
just
for him?
want to see if he's doing well and if he reunited with his wonderful sister Maya, if they were able to reunite.
Okay. Okay. I don't like not seeing both of you at the same time.
Did you move her around? You can move her.
Oh yeah, I think you
I
can.
will try again, but it wasn't working for me. Let me try it one more time. There we go. I think. No. There she is. Okay, now you're both together. Thank you.
Wonderful. All
Okay,
right.
so we're going to connect in with Charlie now.
Mhm. Male cat and spirit.
Male cat and spirit, yes. I'd like to know how he's doing.
Mhm.
And Maya. For me, he saunters into the space. I'm really drawn to kind of my butt, right? You know, and it's like he's walking very, I mean, gracefully, purposefully, tail up in the air. And there's a nice sort of a slink or a slither to his walk as he's coming in.
Nice.
I get the same thing, Vicky. You just said saunter. I'm like, that's exactly how I would describe how he walked in. And the other thing is there is I hear him say, and it's almost like he wants to speak like, hello. There's like a very svelte, like he's very like, hello, hi.
I would agree. It's like there's this head thing, this shoulder thing going on.
Yes, just yes. Hello, love me, look at me, love me. Yes. Does that make sense
Yeah.
so far, Katie?
Yeah, well, he was
Yeah.
he was definitely a love and just I could
and he knows it, and he knows
Yeah.
it. Let's see. So what's happening for me is it's like blank space, almost like a nothingness for a moment here. And I'm resting with that to see if there's another piece to that, but it's like he's taken me from this really suave, sauntering, knows his place to just a blank screen. So if you want to go, Julie, while I rest with that, because I really feel it's relevant in some way.
Yes,
So
okay. It's amazing to me what you were, because for me, it's like he flipped the side of the record. If he was like this hello, and then he became this incredibly playful, not taking himself way too seriously. It's all like, and then he says to me, he's like, well, I turned this on, and then I turned this on, like whatever I need to do to make mom laugh is what I hear him say. Like that was his whole thing. I hear him say, that's my shtick. Whatever I needed to do, to whether it needed to be like hello and let us snuggle, or whether I needed to be hey. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, he was my first cat, and definitely feel like he brought me a lot of joy and yeah, I don't want to say too much, but he definitely had was happy to make me happy. He was I won't say it. Okay.
There's a couple different pieces to this blank screen that I'm seeing. I mean, the first one is just his exit from your life, you know, the emptiness, the blankness that you felt when he left. The other part of it, though, is that it has to do with just like Julie was talking about. Okay, he's got the switch that he flips, you know, from one personality to another, but he was very in tune with himself, very in the present moment. And if he didn't have a switch going on at the time, if he wasn't being playful, or he was completely content just to be in that present moment with nothing. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt like he was content and just I mean, I don't want to say too much, but just like very secure in who he was.
Yeah. And as you say that too, Katie, he's saying, yes, whatever she needed, I was there. Like it's what he shows me is in a moment of you being, you know, in tears or in despair, he was like right there. And then if you were bustling around the house, oh my gosh, I got to get ready. He was like, okay, I'm just going to sit and hold space for you. He would like sit outside the door of the bathroom, for example, while you were trying busily to get ready is what he's showing me. And not get in your way, but also just giving you, he was like sending you helpful energy for your day to help get you started. And then, hey, Mom, I'll just be here when you get back. Don't you worry about me. I got it. Okay, no worries. Like this real easygoing attitude then too.
Yeah. That was, very much him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm thinking about moving to the question and seeing what he wants to show us about that. So how is he doing? And
And
has he reconnected with Maya?
yeah, that was
It-
his kitty sister. Yeah.
Does it feel good to phrase it that way to you, Julie? Hmm? Okay,
Mhm.
all right. So let's ask. He showed me the same saunter. I mean, it's like he still knows that he's somebody very important.
And I saw the same saunter too, Vicky. And then it's like off so like if I'm him, right? And I go to put my hand off camera, and then immediately I pull it, and in swirls Maya, and he's like reconnected, but we dance every night. And then I see the two of them like in an old, like in a 1940s musical, doing a beautiful like
Aw.
Fred Astaire kind of a dance, Ginger Rogers, just totally in step is what he shows me.
Oh,
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. As he saunters in this time, I'm actually being drawn to my solar plexus, and I'm feeling a strong connection between you and him there. Would this make sense to you?
in this down here, like right here.
Yes. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
upper part of your tummy. Yeah, he's taking me there.
He was like a healer kitty, I felt. So I feel like that might be him sending me some energy.
Well, and that was another thing that was coming through when I first asked him how he's doing, where he is. He is still, but that presence that he was holding for you, that space, he is still holding that for you where he is. And he's doing it in very much the same way that he did it while he was here with you. Only that he doesn't have, I'm hearing that he doesn't have any limitations now on how he does that. So he's got a bit more space to do that. Does that make sense?
Does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Had some physical limitations. Toward the end, he had some physical limitations. Yeah.
Which is interesting. So Vicky, when you were just saying that, he was then saying there's some soul level lesson going on with you in that he this holding space that Vicky was saying that he still does for you.
Oh.
He is a little his energy that he will send to you is more because he's trying to get you to just slow down just a little bit in life. He's showing me how hectic things are, how fast you're moving, and he's a little concerned. It feels like something in that solar plexus, if maybe not even in the heart chakra, just needs to let some breath in.
Yeah, that
time, more rest. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah, just that and especially that he would be tuned into yeah, all of that.
Yeah. And uncertainty is the word I'm hearing as you're talking as well, Julie, about what's going on here in the solar plexus area. I'm also feeling I'm feeling Maya connected in this kind of, what would you call it, circle as well. So Julie talked about the dance, but when I bring Maya in, I feel the both of their energy kind of, I'm drawn back to my solar plexus again with you.
Oh,
so does it make sense to you that they'd both be there?
I mean, yeah, they liked to be together. I think he liked to be with her more than she. I mean, they loved each other so much, but then then she kind of like gets tired of him sometimes. But the fact that they're together and would be taking care of me in a way is totally makes sense. Yeah.
As he dances with her, he's a little bit like Pepe Le Pew that would always try to pull the black cat along, and the black cat never really kind of wanted to go, but the cat came along because she didn't have a choice, like that kind of thing. But it's all in fun, like the way that I also feel
that's totally I could literally like see the two of them like that. That is totally, and that's totally him. And he was a black cat with a white spot, and she was black and white. And so yeah, that's very
it's like, I'm the coolest. No, I'm the coolest. I'm the coolest. No, I'm the coolest. It's just like they're both showy dance partners, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Does that answer your question, Katie? Does that feel good for you?
It does. It feels really good. It feels like they're yeah, they're together and they're doing well, and they're still sending me lots of love. So I totally appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks, Vicky. All right, Mir, you get to pick.
I'm picking, you picking, I'm picking.
You are.
All right. Okay. So Jenny Lazara, would you be open to having a reading this evening?
I would.
Excellent.
Can you
So
hear me?
glad that you're
Yes, I
here.
would. Thank you. Gracie, and she's a dog, and she's in spirit.
Gracie, female dog
Mm-hmm.
in spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a question for Gracie?
Well, like everybody, I just miss her so much, and I just want to know, like everyone else, how is she doing, and does she know how much we miss her and love her?
So Jenny, it feels, I don't know if this is actual timeline or if this is actual in your heart, but it feels like this is a relatively recent transition that you're dealing with.
About a year. Mm-hmm.
About a year.
A year and a half, yeah.
Okay. It feels like it's very, very close to your heart, that this is still something that you think about every single day and that you are very connected with as part of her passing, and that you feel, I don't want to say somehow responsible or that you're questioning your role in this, but there's a very strong connection to her passing that that feels very present rather than in the past, even a year ago or more. You go ahead, Julie, while I work with that.
Okay.
Mm.
As Meredith was talking and I was connecting with Gracie, I felt her presence on my left-hand side, to the point where I almost want to just move over to my left side. And I feel like she wants me to lean into her. But the other thing that she kept doing was nudging my left arm. So it's almost like she's right here on the floor, and she just kept wanting to nudge my left arm, like, tell mom it's all okay. Tell mom I'm right here, and that she knows that I'm right here. And I feel like every now and then your left arm might move and you don't realize why. And that's her. She's still moving your left arm. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So I get the image of a pogo stick. Do you guys remember pogo sticks? Some of us of a certain age do. Like pogo
Yes.
stick, like bouncing, like racquetball court. There's a lot of frenetic movement. It's also, interestingly, Julie, on my left side. I'm playing racquetball as a left-hander, and I'm not left-handed, I'm right-handed. Everything's on my left side, but there's a boom, 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 boom sort of energy that's coming all over there on my left side. Constant, frenetic. There's a jumping, a begging, a hey, look at me from over here on my left side. I don't know what that means, but that's where
Exactly
I'm
how she was.
all of this energy. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And Mayor, it's so interesting that you said racquetball, because when you started talking, I kept hearing her say, throw the ball, 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 throw the ball. And then she's like, that's, as you were talking pogo, like I'm also seeing like that energy too. And she keeps showing me a ball in her mouth, like, come on, come on, come on.
Yeah, it feels very constant. It feels very demanding is not the right word, because that has sort of a negative connotation, but sort of a like, why don't you see me? Why don't I'm right here? I'm right here. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. And it feels, hey Spike, hey Spike, hey Spike. What is that? Bugs Bunny. You guys know I get a lot of Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Hey Spike, look at me. You love me? You want to love me? Let's love me. Like she felt like everybody wanted to pay attention to her all the time and love her all the time, and would never have crossed her mind that anyone felt any differently than that. Does that make sense to you?
It does. It does. That was like how she was when she was a puppy, and all through her life she'd be zooming around and doing all kinds of things, and that's exactly how she was.
So Jenny, I have to ask you, do you feel her presence consistently around you?
You know, I do. I think about her all the time, and she had about every room in the house had a bed for her. So I mean, she had a place everywhere, and I haven't gotten rid of anything. I gave away some of her stuff, but You know, I do feel that, and I just want to know if that's, I want to know it's real. It does.
Yeah.
I do feel her. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do.
she wanted me to ask because, Mary, I don't know if you're feeling this, but there is soul level lesson in this. And for us as the type of animal communicators we are, the animals will usually give us a behavior that shows us that they're helping us grow and expand. And this frenetic energy, that's the word she wants me to use, that she keeps showing and keep nudging your left arm, is because she wants to help you open up your intuition even more and potentially do this work. And that's
Wow.
she's not letting go of this. She's like, Mom, this. So when Meredith was even describing, like, I'm here, what can you see me? Hi. She wants you to believe, like, get into the, like, she has me sink into my heart center right now, just believe and consider opening up your intuition and doing this work as well.
So
Thank you. Wow.
here's another piece for you there, Jenny.
Okay.
It feels like, and I think you made reference to this. You've got a bed in the corner of this room. You've got her toys in a basket in this room. You've got the bowl and the water bowl and the whatever over in the closet. And she's saying to me, these material things don't connect me to you. This heart space, this solar plexus, these are the things that connect me to you. You need to allow yourself to release these physical reminders of me, because that is not what brings me back. I come to you in your dreams. I come to you in your sleep. I come to you when you're walking down the hallway and you go, what was that over there? These physical things need to go away. This is a decluttering part of your life. And I mean that in an energetic sense and not in a physical sense. Let these things go. These are not the things that keep me around. And the more that you release these, the more I spiritually will reveal myself to you and the things that you need to be focused on. This is a weight. I see it like an anchor. I see it like lead fishing weights. I see it like all of these things. Allow yourself to release this, and you will release me to become more spirit so that I can be more present. That seems like a contrary statement there, but the more I am not physical, the more I can be present with you.
And be a guide is what she's sharing, like me, and be one of your guides, Jenny, on a path like this. And really come alongside you. So it completely, what I hear her say is like, you think we had a great relationship before? Wait.
Hang on.
More. I hear her say, yeah, but wait, there's more than she gets to. She puts a little humor in it. Yeah.
She's funny.
Wow.
She's funny.
She is funny.
Yeah, but wait, there's more, Julie. I love that you said that. Oh, 1-888. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jenny, how does it feel to you when we say those things to you?
It resonates with me. It makes sense, and you know, that's her. I mean, if she was human and could talk, that's her. And I had someone recently tell me that I was doing some Reiki work, and they said there's like a grayish, blackish hair. Do you know anybody like that? But that's her who was trying to tell me something, and that's what came into my mind. I thought, it's Gracie. Oh, could that be? Yeah, I mean, I couldn't think of anybody. So there's somebody trying to tell you something, and anyway, yeah, this is amazing. I feel like something's been lifted from me and added to me at the same time. Wow. Thank you.
Isn't that something, that the giving up and the letting go of and the bringing in?
Bring in. Yeah, that's how it feels. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you,
Wow.
Jenny. Are you good with Julie?
Yeah, I'm good. She's a force, Jenny. She's waiting. Do this, Mom. Let's go. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All right, Vicki and Karen, gonna hand it back to you two.
Are you ready, Vicky?
Yeah, I got my
Awesome.
orders mixed, but that's okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Are you drawn to anyone in particular that's really calling, tapping on your shoulder?
No, but that's in part because I thought I was in the next one, not this one, so I hadn't started perusing yet. How about you?
I do have someone who's been kind of like, and it's Margaret Pinder.
Margaret Pender.
Margaret, would you be open for a reading? Yeah? Okay. Okay. How are
Yes.
you?
I'm well, thank you. Yes, this is wonderful. This little animal is still alive.
Okay.
And his name is Benji.
Benji.
Benji he's a month from 13, and he has become what I say is vociferous. He talks to me very, very strongly. And I'm like, oh, if I could only know what you're saying.
Okay.
Because I know he will come if I'm at the computer too long, and he taps, he's like, And
is he a dog or a cat?
He is a little Jack Russell dog.
Okay, dog. Okay.
And I'll hush and see if you connect.
Okay.
It would be so helpful.
And so is your question, what are you trying to tell me when you keep
Yes,
okay.
yes, please,
Okay.
Benji, I want to know.
Okay. All right. So give us a minute to connect with Benji. I love Jack Russells. They have such amazing energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So let's just give us a minute to call in Benji. Okay. It's so funny. He comes in he's wearing a hat for me when he comes in. It looks like an old timey kind of, oh my gosh, like a really nice brimmed hat with a little it's a very nice hat. He's priding himself in how put together he is with this hat. He's very
That
put
could be
together
him.
boy. Does that make sense to you in general?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
He's very
Okay.
bright.
Yes.
He's
very sharp.
yes.
Like he could be
Yeah.
running the card game. That's what he's telling me. Like he's got a thing in the hat, and it's like he could be running the card game for everyone else.
I
He
can
knows
see
what
that.
everybody else is
Yes,
doing
yes.
and how. Yeah, he knows the whole game that's going on.
He's total observer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's kind of how he came in for me at the edge of my space, and he's just down there and he's like this, and he's looking and he's excited about he wants to check everything out, and he's feeling playful and joyous about just about everything he sees. Does this make sense?
Oh, he's very playful. He does the zoomies.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like he's coming in and what he's looking for is, okay, what can I play with? What's to do? But also I'm hearing the words, what can I get into?
Yeah. That could be him too.
Okay.
That could be playful. He loves to play, and he's bright, and he has a little sister dog, not from the same mother, but Lizzie is 2 months younger than him, and he chides her. She upsets him sometimes.
So he is saying to me, let's not waste time.
I've wondered about that.
Yeah. So I'm not saying he's saying I'm close to the end, but what he's saying is let's not waste the time we have. And there's a part of I feel a little urgency from him when he's bothering you or trying to speak to you when you're sitting and doing something else besides hanging out with him. And there's something about him, he doesn't want to waste the time because time goes so quickly. And from his perspective, in his dog body, time is like of the essence. Like let's have our time right now. Don't waste the time with me. Is what he's
Totally.
saying.
That totally makes sense. There have been changes in the last year, and I'm like, he's aware of things changing. That is my sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've been concerned because it doesn't seem like he's in pain as such, but I've wondered if there's something going on inside, because I feel like that urgency is definitely there that you
Okay.
see. Mhm.
I want to do a little scan of his body while we're talking about this, Vicky, while
Please.
you're
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, and the other piece that about not wasting time, really about making the most of the moments that you have, and that's why he's showing me so much of this playful side. But there's an exuberance and there's just a joy over every little thing. And so part of his soul lesson for you that he's bringing through is not to take things quite so seriously, to really look for those joyful bright spots. And that's what he shows me that he's looking for when he came into my space. Does this make sense?
Wow.
Um,
Yeah.
So when I
Yeah.
scan his little body, I do feel like a little bit of surges of energy running through him that are a little bit higher frequency than I think he would prefer. It's a little bit of like a in his nervous system.
You're spot on. You're spot on. Yes. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's like his whole little body quivers.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of something going on in his nervous system that he's like, hey, he's trying to get you to pay attention to as well, to help him calm his system. So do you ever bring him to acupuncture?
I haven't, but I would. I know.
So something in my nervous system is like, there's something moving too high up into his brain, like a little bit too much of a frequency moving up, that I think he's asking for like some help to kind of ground his nervous system or the electrical currents back down to root him a little bit more.
Okay.
There's a little, so I would, if you're near an animal acupuncturist, I would check into that to help ground his energy a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will do that. I will definitely do that. Yes. And that totally makes sense, because
Yeah.
I've wondered so much, what is this?
Mhm.
Yeah. Because
What are you getting
it's so clear that he is really trying to get my attention.
Mhm. Yep.
Well, for me, underneath the surges that you're talking about, there is still kind of like this baseline high energy rate in this area. And so it not surging as much. I mean, but below the surges, it's like that baseline energy still stays kind of high here for me. Or
He could use some grounding. What I'm hearing from him is like ground the kidneys.
Okay. Okay.
Ground the kidneys, cool the engines. So if you bring him to like an acupuncturist, they'll be able to test all of that. And just, if you haven't done a blood test on him recently, just to check his levels on that. Some Chinese herbs.
Yeah, those levels were high
The kidney
last
level,
time.
they were high.
Yeah, we did a whole metabolic panel, and those blood levels were higher than they had been. So yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
So
Yep.
then the toxins could be building up too, couldn't they?
Yep. So a little working with a Chinese medicine person, a homeopathy vet, something like that to help balance his levels would be helpful.
Okay.
Okay.
well, and he's also drawing my attention to my butt, and it's like he would like his butt rubbed. It's like, how do I say it? It's like he would really like a massage there. But also as a way of helping to bring his energy back down again as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll see what we can do.
No.
I'm asking, is there anything else that you need to know right now about this topic and his, like, there is an urgency, but let's not waste time in this topic. So
all of what you're saying totally resonates for me. Totally. Yeah.
Awesome.
And I will apply these things. He is very precious and dear to us. Thank you all very much.
You're so welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. So, do we Julie, do you feel like we have time for one more before we wrap it up? What do you
Well,
feel?
I was gonna say that I think we need to move to the raffles, but I
Yes.
noticed that Jill's off camera, so I just want to make sure if she, because I know she's got animal, here she comes. Jill, how do you feel about moving into the raffles? Only because I want to be cognizant of everyone's time.
Sure,
Okay,
do that.
all right. So then, I know Toby's got the wheel of names, so. Oh, I gotta need to make sure that Toby can share his screen. Oh, hang on just a second there, Toby. All right. Okay, you should be able to, Toby.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Hello. All right, so what's going to happen now is that Jill's going to go through with Toby's help to select the 5 winners for the private one-on-one soul level 30-minute soul level animal communication readings with one of the readers and our wonderful Monica Klein, who is on tech tonight. She too is a soul level animal communicator. So
go ahead and can everybody see
hit
the screen, I guess? Can you guys see my screen?
yeah, I can see the screen.
Okay, okay. Go ahead and spin.
Yeah, all right. And Jill, you'll need, there you go, Jill. Cool.
Okay. Who's clicking to spin? Me?
Oh, sorry.
You do it, Toby.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Joanne. Wonderful. All right. Joanne Cannon.
You said
Okay.
5.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Jenny. Congratulations, Jenny.
Sick. Dun 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 dun.
Rowan.
Rowan, well done, lady. I'm so excited for you.
I am too, because had I had to pick someone else, I was drawn to her. So that's awesome.
Me too. If we'd
Same,
had another
Julie.
round, I was going to pick Rowan. So that's awesome.
And Sue Naden. Super cool.
You said
One more.
One more. Melody Miller.
Excellent.
Great.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And we wanted to remind everybody that anyone who does sign up for a reading between now and January 31st, these generous ladies are donating a 15% donation back to the Moondog Farm. So if you do decide to book, you let them know that it is reference Moondog Farm between now and January 31st, and they are so generously continuing to donate to Moondog Farm. I want to also let you know that to learn more about, and I'm sure Monica will put it in the chat as well, again, to learn more about these wonderful women and what they do, you can go to animalcommunicationcollective.com. And I personally want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart from the team for what incredible readings, and to be with all of you and learn more about you and your pets tonight, as well as the generosity of spirit and heart that they've given to Moondog Farm. And for each and every one of you who's with us here tonight, thank you very, very much. There are plenty of things you could be doing, and you chose to spend it with all of us. What a generous gift of your time to us as well.
Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We all from the Animal Communication Collective really appreciate it too. Thank you also, Andrew for being here, and a special shout out to Jody and Monica for helping take care of the tech the whole entire time. Thank you so much. For those of you that bought a ticket to the after party with Andrew, we are going to open up that Zoom. Probably give us like 10 minutes. We probably need to use the restroom, grab a drink and whatnot, but give us 10, 15 minutes and then go ahead and use that Zoom link. And as soon as we get started, we'll let you into the room and we'll have a wonderful conversation with Andrew. We're very much looking forward to it.
Julie, could you say once again what we do if we won? What do we do? How we book with someone? Do we just someone and?
Yeah, great question. So thank you so much for saying that. So what's going to happen after this is tomorrow, you will most likely get tomorrow, meaning most likely tomorrow, you will get an email from Jill. You'll get an email from Jill tomorrow that will tell you which one of us 5 you're paired with. And then we'll be copied on it, and then we'll respond to you with the specific instructions about how to go ahead and book. So thank you for asking that question.
But we could choose the date.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Very, very happy. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Julie, do you give us permission, Jill and I, to put this on our main drag so that anybody who couldn't be here could actually get a session with you? Can we have permission to do that? Because I think it would be so inspiring for my group to hear all of us together. Does everybody agree who's been on this? Yes?
Yes, absolutely.
Is that a yes? Great.
Yes. Oh,
Thank you so
wholehearted
much.
yes.
Because I want your wonderful work to reach out, and I want your beautiful skills to be honored in that way too.
And also this video will go live on our YouTube channel, and you can link to that YouTube channel and you can use the video and share that as well. So people can watch this as part of kind of inspiring them if they want to have a reading for themselves.
Yes. And then those of you who got readings, you'll be able to have it to watch again in case you missed something and just want to hear again from what your animal shared tonight. So yeah. Wonderful. Andrew, thank you for asking. We were more than happy.
It's my pleasure. God, no, I want to honor everybody's privacy, but I just I feel so exhilarated myself at this wonderful session. I'd love to share that joy with everybody on my list.
Wonderful. Thank you.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay.
Great.
Well, then, if there's nothing else that we need to do to wrap up today, we just want to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts for coming and sharing and supporting each other in these readings, because some of them were very heartfelt and needed, some extra love around them. So thank you all for holding space for everyone else that was here tonight as well.
Yes. And thank you, Jill, for your partnership with all of this. And thank you for allowing us to help you and your animals. We did a Facebook Live with Jill the other day with some of the animals in her care, which was an absolute pleasure as well. So
yes. So you can go check out, you can go see that too if you want to hear from Luna and Smokey and Mikey and Benny and Lenny.
Yeah. And give us all just a few minutes and we'll come back with Andrew
We'll see you at the
Harvey and have a little more time.
with Andrew.
Okay.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you.